Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl, Keldamuzik, here on Ladies Night. As you know, we always have a good time. Shout out to Cut It Up Music, Mace, the tableist, for putting on the show and having me host it. And I like to always bring talented, beautiful women on the show.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
And as a matter of fact, she's a really good friend of mine. She's multi-talented, model, businesswoman, beauty. Everyone, please welcome Lavi.
Hi. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, thank you so much for coming. Oh my God.
Yes.
Like, you are just like, every time I go to your Instagram, look at your pictures, I'm like, she is doing it.
Thank you. Every time I see you, you got a new interview, a new event. Somebody said, I'm like, look at Kelda.
You know, we all try. Shoot. But you was on the set of Bad Boys 2, though. Oh my God. When I saw that, I was like, that's big. That's big.
For Bad Boys 3, it was definitely, it was a life-changing experience, one I can never get back. They booked me at first as an extra. I had just moved back to Atlanta to finish grad school.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And of course, broke college students, we got to do what we got to do to get by.
That's right.
So I landed an extra role on a Bad Boys set. A couple days later, they asked me to submit some lines.
Ooh,
so I submitted the lines, and then I got a bartending role. Wow. However, when I got there, I'm 6'2".
Mm-hmm.
All the bartenders that they had booked were about 5 feet. So they were like, oh, we're going to put you over here with the guys. So they put me with the guys. And I was just getting pushed out of the way. So I'm just like, I'm happy to be here. Let me just enjoy this little party scene.
Right.
As they were, doing it, Will and Martin would come out. And
so you saw them like you.
Yeah, girl. And I was
cool,
like, oh my gosh, let me act normal.
It's really them.
It's them.
Really them.
Fresh Prince. Huh? Martin.
Yeah.
So they were like coming out critiquing the directors, which I thought was like super. I've never seen that on any set I've ever been on. The PA came and tapped me on the side, and he's like, go to that bar over there. And I'm like, oh, great, the cameras aren't even on there. I'm really not going to be seen.
Damn, yeah.
So we wind up shooting a couple times. I'm handing them the drinks at the bar in the movie. You don't see me because as I'm talking, I wasn't mic'd up.
Okay,
and they were like, speak. So we did a couple voiceovers. It didn't work out.
Yeah.
Scene got cut, but I still got paid. And it was
Exactly.
an amazing experience. Amazing.
See, that's something you can never take back. Like, that's the best experience ever. and you went through that. Not everybody could say they've been through that. You know what I mean?
Exactly, yeah.
So that was amazing. Wow. And what other roles have you been playing after that?
So after I did Bad Boys, I started doing RoboCop.
Yep,
so they
RoboCop.
started shooting RoboCop.
The reboot, right?
Yeah, the reboot
Yeah.
in Atlanta. I did some boomerang scenes, 20s, love and hip hop.
Yeah.
Housewives, growing up hip hop, anything
Oh, wow.
in Atlanta,
Yeah.
I touched.
That's right.
Or
That's
tried
right.
to.
Yeah,
Sure.
no, definitely. So how was it? Because I know you're originally from the Bay, right?
Yeah, I'm from Oakland, California.
Okay, yeah. And so how was that transition, like moving to Atlanta? How was the environment different from Oakland for you?
So I actually went to undergrad at Stillman College in Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
Ooh.
Yeah, which
Wow.
was very a culture shock, to say
Yeah,
the least.
yeah.
It was a culture shock. I
That's
got
an
my
Ivy League college.
Yeah, it's a black college, a historically black college
Yep.
university. I was working in San Rafael right after high school. I was going to CCC. I got my AA. This guy was like, hey, I have this black college tour. And I was like, ooh, I'll go. So I wound up getting a scholarship there. And that's how I wound up in Alabama.
Okay.
Nobody's just, ooh, I want to go to Alabama. It's not that place. Then after I graduated, I got my degree in psychology. Me and my partner at the time, we moved to Atlanta. And then I started modeling there. And that's kind of where things took off. I started doing a lot of parties. So much so I couldn't really work.
Yeah.
That was my job.
Right,
so it was like
yeah.
a different experience. I came back home. After doing that for a while, just to kind of ground myself to, I was turning 30. I was like, I need a real job. I need a sitter. So I came home. I started working in corporate America, and I was still throwing parties, still modeling, acting. And then I went back to grad school, so I wanted to get paid more.
Yes.
So I went right back to Atlanta. And because I had been in the South for so many years prior, it was easy for me to transition. There, I had friends there. All like my grown college friends are there. So I have a lot of support there. But it is definitely a culture shock. Anywhere is a culture shock compared to the Bay Area.
Yeah.
I love Atlanta, to say the least. I love it.
That's crazy. My grandma lives in Conyers.
Oh yeah.
And then I have family in Lithonia. And so when I went there, it's so nice and relaxing there. Like you go to the store and the hospitality is just like, how you doing, ma'am? Can I get this? What do you need? I'm like, oh, I said, it's okay. You don't have to help me. It's okay. They're like, no, I want to help you. I was like, okay, like it's totally different from the Bay.
Exactly. I remember the first time I got lost in the South, I had like pulled over and I was like, excuse me, sir, can you help me find this? Can you help me find that? This old guy, he had to be like 70. He literally grabbed my hand and walked me, and I'm just like, it's okay, you don't have to go. He was like, no, I don't want anything to happen to you. And I'm thinking to myself, like, this little old 70-year-old man, but it's just the hospitality. And then the black businesses, it's like a black mecca. Like,
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
And
Buckhead.
Oh my God.
Yep, I love Buckhead.
That's like Black Hollywood.
Absolutely. It reminds me of like the old Chocolate City, like DC. Like Atlanta reminds me of like the new, Black Hollywood. Yeah, so I love it. I love it.
Would you eventually want to like totally move over there?
I'm a water person. I'm a Cancer. I like to swim. I like to surf.
Yes.
They don't have beaches out there. I can't surf there. I can't swim. That's the only thing that tears me away from the South. I love the South, but I gotta get to some water. I gotta touch some land.
Unless you move to like Florida or something.
Yeah, and the hurricanes. We gonna deal with these little earthquakes.
Right. People are scared. My cousin is scared to come out here because of earthquakes. I said, it's not that bad. Like,
people in Atlanta are like, I don't know how you guys do it. Yeah. I'm like, I don't know how you guys do it. You guys have hurricanes.
Right.
That's
your house filling up with water as you're sitting there on some Titanic shit. Like, I can't do it.
You're floating. Everybody's on the roof. What is going on? Like,
I can take a little earthquake.
Right. And it's over.
It's over. Yeah. Well, I totally understand it.
But I'm actually just transitioning back. Like, since COVID happened, it kind of pushed my plans forward a lot sooner than I was expecting to move back. I was expecting to move back maybe the end of next summer. But, now that I'm here, it's just, I'm back. It doesn't really make sense for me to move back. Of course, if I get booked or something out there, I can just skip hop, But, I want to be around family, friends, weather.
Yes. Especially during this time,
for sure.
How are your parents like when you come around? Are they like, wear your mask, 6 feet?
Oh, my dad is like, wear your mask, wash your hands. You just came from outside. I'm like, I'm sorry, Daddy. Okay, I got it.
Right.
Okay, I'm clean. And then my watch would tell me, he's like, that's not 20 seconds. I'm like, it's 20. See?
Oh my God.
But my mom, she knows we're safe. She knows I'm very particular, so she's a little more relaxed. But when COVID first started happening, it's like, take off everything at the door, and I'm like, oh my God, you want us to walk in the house naked? What are we doing here?
Like, come on.
What are we doing? But
my mom would spray the groceries and wipe down the groceries. I'm like, you're about to infect the fruit. Like, what the hell? You know what I mean? Like,
water works just
water works just fine. Like, come on. Oh my God.
But luckily, I haven't been affected too much by COVID. I haven't lost anyone. I haven't went through anything like that. But I still, just because of what I do, just because I am a model and I am in spaces with a lot of different people, I'm very, particular. I try to make sure that everyone's around. They wear masks. Even if we're shooting, everyone has on masks and we're staying our distance. Just to be safe.
Yeah, no, of course.
Yeah.
And so have you been invited to like any events to host at all?
I have. Ironically, they've all been in Atlanta.
Because Atlanta is not
wide open.
Everyone's still out.
No one has quarantined.
Are they wearing masks out there?
No.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so this has probably been one of the times that I've turned down way more work than I've ever have in my career. And it's just, I don't feel safe going to Atlanta right now. So a lot of the hosting, the party promotions that I'm getting, they're all in Atlanta. Even I'll go look at the parties like the next day. Oh, it's packed, okay?
Wow.
It's like everybody's on tables with bottles. I'm like, I don't want to expose myself.
Right.
Yeah, so I haven't been doing anything. And then I attend Clark Atlanta University, so I just was really focusing on that.
And now's the time to might as well, like.
I just got my master's from WEB, the Boys School of Sociology.
Okay.
So that was taking up all of my time. I'm like, no midterms, no finals, I can't. Oh darn.
Just studying and.
Right.
Wow.
But I miss it too because I'm such a social butterfly, and it was so much of like, my entrepreneurship. That was like a source of income that is no longer there anymore. From the parties to the acting to the photo shoots to everything. It's just like a huge chunk gone. But I'm grateful. At the end of the day.
Right, exactly. You're alive, you're well, you know what I mean? So,
Exactly.
No, I understand. So, like, how did you get started in modeling? Like, what, were you signed to an agency? Did you have to go to school?
All that. So I've always been tall and lanky. When I was younger, my mom is tall and lanky. So when we were younger, people will always say, oh, you got to get them into sports. You got to get them into sports. And my mom would be like, no, whatever they want to do, they want to do. I want them to be educated. I want them to have something to fall back on if sports don't work. So that was always her thing. She never made us do it. When I got to high school, I started playing basketball, and wherever I would go, people would say, you look like a model, you should model, why are you playing basketball, you need to be a model, you need to be a model. So by the time I was like 17, senior year, about to graduate from El Cerrito High, I was like, Mommy, I'm gonna model. I want to model. I found this lady, she's an agent, she has a school, it's $700. She was like, $700. She was like, oh. So, but my mom is also very supportive of me and my dreams and everything. So her single parent income, she gave me the money. I went to modeling school. I went to John Powers,
Barbizon.
And then I was working with an agent. I wound up getting signed to an agent out in LA.
Nice.
My mom had actually locked her hair at the time, and I was like infatuated with her hair. So I kept telling my agent, I was like, I want to cut my hair, I want to lock my hair, I want to lock my hair. He's like, yeah, we'll drop you. If you ever lock your hair, we'll drop you. And then I was just like, Mommy, oh my gosh, they won't let me do it. She was like, you know, you don't have to do it. You can always go back to school. And then I went to school.
That's the right choice.
And then the irony of it was while I was in college, I locked my hair. And I started modeling again. My agent was blowing my phone up, trying to get me to re-sign, but just because the getting dropped from an agency was so like devastating at like 18, it was like crushing for me. I just decided I wanted to be independent. I started my own contracts. I went to my lawyer friends who were in college with me, like, is this right? Am I doing this right? And then I just became independent ever since. So everything I've been doing since I was 21 has been solely me. Sometimes I'll get marketing managers. Like I worked with Marketing Kings before. I had another marketing manager out in LA, another one, Mollywood Casting out in Atlanta. So they'll send me stuff. But even with that, it was like, I'm big on how I put myself out there. Like I don't want to get all of the, drug dealer roles because I have dreadlocks. I don't want to get all of the I'm cheating with your husband roles because I'm the sexy black woman. It's a level of integrity there.
Exactly.
Same thing with photo shoots. I'm not going to pose naked.
Or rappers' videos in the background.
Twerking. Like I mean, no shade to anyone that does that, because that's your specialty, that's your craft. But my skinny little lanky self, it's not, it just does nothing for me. So I've always had, kind of kept that standard there, whether I was here, Atlanta, wherever.
No, that's really good. That's really good.
Yeah.
You care about your brand. You're not just going to do anything just because it's a check. You know
what
I mean?
Right.
So, no, that's good.
Yeah.
Have you faced like any challenges being an African American model in the industry? Like,
oh, absolutely. I remember my first fashion week. I was 19. I was in LA. I was doing David Bridal, and then right after that, we had to go to New York. And it was maybe one other black model, and she was really, really, really mixed. So she didn't even really look black.
Okay, right.
But I, of course, looked black. And I remember I'm naturally built like this, so I don't diet, I don't do anything. So I remember it was like fruit, like when I went in, so I was like, ooh. So I got a plate and I started putting fruit on the plate, and then I'm sitting there and I'm eating, and one of the staff was like, you're not supposed to be eating, you're a model. And I was like, but I thought the food was for the models. And he was like, you have a bad attitude. So the whole fashion week, I was labeled as having a bad attitude because I was eating the fruit.
Oh my
But
God.
of course that was like, it is what it was.
Yeah. It's like they can't wait to label you. They can't wait for you to say something. Like,
right. So they can put this title on you, label you as this, put you in this box. And then it's like, if you don't fit in that box, it's like, why, what's wrong with you?
Right.
You can't, you're not real. This isn't normal. But, it's that. It's even been photo shoots. Just because I am independent and I set my own boundaries ahead of time, I require a deposit ahead of time. So everything's discussed before I arrive. It's been photographers, I get there, I'll change my clothes, and they're like, okay, take off all your clothes. And it's like,
what?
oh, where was this in the contract? Because I don't remember. And it's like, you still have to be professional because you're still working with these people.
Yeah.
They already took pictures. I do want the other pictures,
Yes.
So it's like, it's difficult sometimes, or sometimes, it's all other races, and they're talking to each other, and I'm just kind of sitting there by myself with nobody to talk to. Thank God for iPods.
Yes.
AirPods.
Yeah.
So I could, tune it out now, but it has its challenges. I mean, to do this, you have to have tough skin. You can't let things like that. If I would have let somebody say, oh my God, he said I had a bad attitude, and spoil my whole mood, I probably wouldn't have been called back again. But of course, by the end of the week, everybody loves me, so it wasn't, it's just those little things that just happen from time to time.
No, I agree. And it's the industry,
It's the industry, Just like I'm pretty sure female rappers experience similar things when it comes to attitudes. Actors, even on set, one of the casting agencies that I was working with, white girl, she would pull us aside and be like, hey, so when we go in here and do everything that they ask you to do, be very apologetic, and if they feel like this, just say sorry and do it. But some people, don't know to do that. So you gotta have that coaching sometimes.
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty good. And it's like they're not trying to insult you guys, but it's like, this is how you gotta be.
This is how you have to operate in these spaces if you want to be in these spaces.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. So you said you launched a t-shirt brand, it was?
Yes. So this is my t-shirt.
Ooh, and that's you on there?
Yes.
Nice.
Lavi merch. I was booked a lot before the COVID, and a lot of people were inquiring about buying my pictures, and because they're under contract, I couldn't sell them. So I was with Trap Art. I had a photo shoot in Atlanta during one of our little tours. And I did a photo shoot with K Camp's photographer. And I didn't really like the pictures. And he was like, you look so dope. What do you mean you don't like the picture? I'm like, can you just make me a comic? Can you just make me a cartoon?
Right.
I think I'm gonna sell these.
Yeah.
So he made the graphic for me. I had printed them out on like posters at first, and was like kind of taking them around to different little like mom and pop shops in Atlanta. And then one of my homeboys was visiting. He was like, you know, that'll look dope on a shirt. He was like, and you don't really see graphics with black girls. He was like, and you wear graphics every day. And I was like, huh, I never thought of it like that. So I bought some shirts, got them all printed up, and then I was just, the first box I literally just gave away to like my friends that supported me, that wanted to buy my stuff. And then I was like, hey, take pictures, you know. And then I started actually selling them, got my website together. And this was 2017, right? Got everything set, and they just been kind of sitting since 2017. If somebody orders a shirt, I probably have like maybe 3-4 orders a year. Like no huge revenue like at all. But since the lockdown and the Black Lives Matter protests and just everything that's been happening, my t-shirt sales like quadrupled this year. Like it's kind of skyrocketed. And I'm like calling my guy like, hey, I got all these shirts. What, you're not answering the phone? What's going on? I'm in Cali. I can't just, you know, the inventory was up and down. So I went ahead and just invested in myself. I bought my screen print machine. I already know how to do it because I took the classes in college. So, you know, I got a little office. And the main thing is I wanted to normalize, like, black women on graphics not being, like, hypersexual or not being like overly exposed. And I didn't want it to necessarily be me. I wanted it to look like, oh, this could be any random black girl with locks that might be like a rocker chick and play a guitar, you know, or whatever. And it's been going pretty well. I just dropped some crew necks, which is a different design than the designs that I usually do. And they're selling out like crazy. Like so it's a beautiful thing. It's beautiful. I never thought I would be getting revenue from the t-shirts like in 2020, but you know, consistency.
No, that's great. That makes you a businesswoman. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
It's like now you know, okay, I have another market here that I'm to, which is retail, you know, selling shirts. So. Wow.
Absolutely. And it's fun. It's something I like to do. It doesn't, you know, require much. I'm already in fashion. I usually, like, if I'm shooting, I'll buy like a new sweatsuit and a white tee. So when I leave, I can just put on a fresh pair. So now it's like when I'm leaving, I'm wearing my stuff. And people are like, hey, is that you?
Yes, it is.
You know, would you like one?
I'll give you the website so you go buy it.
Lavilocks.com.
Yes, you guys make sure to visit that to get them t-shirts. And are you releasing any other kind of product too, or have you thought about it?
Not right now. I have started venturing into like vegan hair care.
Ooh, okay.
Vegan locking gel, to be specific. I've had my locks for 9 years now, and it was a trial and error process, kind of like the shirts. You don't really know what you're doing until you're like all the way in it. And just with black hair, it's just not a lot of healthy products that are made for us. So I just started doing my research, and I start making them.
Ooh. And have you actually tried any vegan?
Yeah, I actually have a whole bunch of clients in Atlanta who I do their hair with my products, and they're like, send it to me. What happened was I would just make them myself, and I don't let too many people do my hair. So my best friend, I had just put it in like a mason jar and was like, here, use this. So she took it one day, like, and it wasn't that much, and I, you know, of course I didn't care, but she started doing, she was like, I did like 3 people's hair with this much left in the bottle. I was like, really?
Wow.
So then I had a kickback for like Christmas. I was in Atlanta by myself. And she invites all these people to my house, and I'm like, oh, hey, everybody. She's like, oh, yeah, that's the girl that makes the hair products. So y'all place y'all orders. And I'm like,
like, do I have enough? Wait,
you guys all want some?
Yeah.
So I have like, I know how to do hair. So I have like, I know, I don't, because I do so much. It's just so hard to be consistent with like, my hair people, locks specifically.
Yeah.
So I have like my lock clients who I do their hair, who they use my product. I was supposed to be launching them actually this July, but COVID happened. I'm probably gonna be launching them 2021.
Okay.
If Earth opens and is will, I'll be at Essence Festival for the first launch, so
Wow.
catch me there.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my God, that's great. Yes. But I think that's so fascinating because, like, there's so many products out there for the hair, but we don't know, like, what works and what doesn't. We just go with whatever they're giving us. So, like, are you a vegan?
I'm not.
Oh, okay,
I'm not. I was just modeling. I was a vegetarian for a while. I had a whole nutritionist and all that fun stuff with an agent. But I am not. I love Southern food.
Yeah.
Love Southern food.
Yes, living in Atlanta. Everything served with a biscuit too. I'm like, I love it.
Listen, I just made some smothered steak and gravy, mashed potatoes. I am not vegan. I am not. I try. But I also don't eat a lot of meat. Like, I'll probably eat like red meat, might be once a month. I'll eat like chicken or turkey, maybe once a week. I eat like a lot of fruits, a lot of vegetables.
That's good.
I'll chop some stuff up, pop it in the air fryer, and just eat. Just try to be cleaner, healthier.
Yeah, that's what we got to do nowadays. Like,
I'm trying.
Yes.
I'm trying. But every so often, you know, I need some red meat.
Yeah, I need a burger.
I need a burger. I need some fish. Some crab.
Some
shrimp. And the sauce, you gotta dip it in. You know, I need all of that.
Tartar sauce. So I want to talk about your travels, because you travel a lot of places. Yes. It's international. Where have you been internationally? I think I've seen you in South Africa. I think it was.
West Africa.
Yeah.
Yep.
You were in someone's video.
Yes. I was. My dad's West African. He's Nigerian.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So my dad that raised me, he's from Nigeria. He's from Lagos, Yoruba. So So I identify as Yoruba.
Okay.
The last time I went, it was actually for my grandmother's funeral, and it was kind of like Mardi Gras. Like, we had a band, a second line string, we had pictures, we storming through the town, dancing. It was like lit. I was like, oh my gosh, this is how y'all do funerals? No wonder why we act like this.
Back in
no
America.
wonder. It all makes sense now.
Yeah.
But I've been traveling since I was like 3.
Really?
So I've been all over. I've been to most of the states in the U.S. I've been Mexico.
Have you been to Europe?
I have. I've been to London. Usually when I leave Africa, we stop in London. We have family there.
Yes.
But it's always like family trips for me. I've never like had like a girl trip. Let's go to Hawaii.
Yes.
You know, or which I would love.
Yes.
So if you're ever down, Kelda, let me know.
Look, this is the party girl right here. Yes, would love to.
Yeah. So just Mexico, Canada, Europe, Africa.
That's cool, and everybody wants to go to Africa.
Yeah.
That's an amazing experience.
It's beautiful. I definitely encourage people to go because, you know, what they show us on TV is not real.
Right.
We were in like maybe a 12-bedroom mansion with like help. Like, I couldn't cook anything if I wanted to. Like, I wanted to, and I couldn't.
Yeah.